Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming to you guys with a top 5 video. I think the last time I did this was my top 5 nudes, and I think I actually filmed that like 2 years ago. So if you want to see a top 5 nudes video, nude lipstick video, hit that like button and comment down below and let me know, and I'll definitely put it on my list. But today I'm coming to you in collaboration with my Facebook group. We are doing a little collab on our top 5 makeup palettes. When I say makeup palette, that actually means makeup, not just eyeshadow, not just one thing or the other. Let me just start by saying that this was the most difficult thing to narrow down. And I apologize if you can hear the fan in the background. It is way too hot to be filming without some kind of breeze, and I had to shut the AC off. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share with you guys what my top 5 makeup palettes are. This was difficult to kind of narrow down, but let's go ahead and get started. The first one, if you've been following me a while, you have to know that this would have to be in this list. It was my first true blue high-end palette besides MAC, and it was a hard choice to choose the rest, but this one was definitely going to be in there because it is a palette that is die hard for me. It is my traveling palette. I have taken it to DC, I've taken it to LA, I've taken it everywhere. It goes with me, it travels so well, and I am talking about the original Urban Decay Naked palette. This palette is filled with all awesome nude toned shades that are warm toned, and or majority warm toned. And the reason why I love this palette so much is because these colors go awesome with my skin tone. I can use it for smoky eye and everyday look. Half Baked here is probably one of my all-time favorite shades to use ever. And then Buck is a great transition shade. I have put a dent in this, but I absolutely love this palette. It is HG for me, total HG status. I love it. And this is from Urban Decay. I think it's $52. But yeah, this is like Die Hard honey. It's goes with me everywhere. The next palette is going to be another Die Hard palette. This is one that I acquired maybe 2 years ago, I think. But if you've been following me a while from like my old channel, you will know that I've done a lot of tutorials using this palette. I use it all the time, and it is another palette that I've been taking with me on travel, and it is the Lorac Pro palette. This palette includes 16 gorgeous shades. You have all your shimmers on the bottom row, and then your matte shades on the top row, which I absolutely love. You have gorgeous colors in here. The gold in here is super nice, as well as light bronze, but I think pewter is such a beautiful color, and so is garnet. Deep purple, gorgeous for the outer V or in the crease. And I love the matte shades. Cream is a shade you may see me use quite a bit as a highlight color with or without colors from a palette, and taupe is one of my favorite transitional shades. I absolutely love it. So that is the original Lorac Pro palette. This is the Pro one. The next on my palettes, top 5 palettes, is again another one that I absolutely love. I've been pulling for a lot lately, more than the other one. It is the Too Faced Original Chocolate Bar palette. Can you see a trend here with the originals? This is the original chocolate bar palette, and like the chocolate bar or chocolate things from Too Faced, you have that nice chocolate scent, which is just really nice. But overall, This palette offers so many wonderful shades. I absolutely love it. The only thing I don't like is that this palette has this flyaway thing, which makes it a pain in the butt for me. But I love the palette. I love the shade range. Again, another neutral palette, lots of neutral colors. This burgundy here, which is Cherry Cordial, is one of my favorites to work on the lower lash line to smoke out a look, or to just give it more dimension in the outer crease. And then you have Milk Chocolate and White Chocolate, which are some of my favorite highlight and then transition shades. And Salted Caramel is another favorite transition shade. I absolutely love this palette. I do have the Semi-Sweet palette, which, let me just tell you, that was hard to choose between the two, but then I kind of looked at which one I used more, so it was definitely the chocolate bar that stole the show. So that's 3 palettes. Next is going to be a palette that is no longer available anymore. I'm sorry to be sharing this with you, but the company really needs to bring this back as a permanent item. I don't know why they wouldn't. It is the Lorac Mega Pro palette. I have a review on this palette, and these are the gorgeous shades that you see here. Let me see if I can get in closer there. These are the shades for this palette. I love it. You have 16, 16 matte shades, 16 shimmery type shades. You have gorgeous colors in this palette. Smoky Topaz and Copper are beautiful shimmery shades. Apricot is a gorgeous shade as well. And just the mattes in general, I've been able to get a lot of use of. There are a few duplicates in this palette, as there are in the Lorac Pro and Lorac Pro 2 palette, but overall I love it. Now, the thing about this and why I love it so much is just the range of colors. You can do a warm or a cool toned look with this palette. It is just wonderful. And this palette really did not cost all that much as well. Lorac, if you're listening, you need to bring this back and make it permanent. It needs to be part of the family. You got my drift? This definitely needs to be a permanent item. I love it. If you wanted to know about a palette that I love as part of a top 5 that is a permanent item and not a limited edition, then I would have chosen the Lorac Pro 2 palette. This palette, again, just like Lorac Pro 1, offers gorgeous shades, but this is more on a cooler tone side. It does have warm shades in here, so it's not completely cool toned. If you're looking for something like that, this does have a few warm shades in it. And Rosé, Mocha, and Chrome are some of my favorite shades, as well as Nectar and Plum. Absolutely gorgeous. And let me show that to you here. So if I couldn't choose the limited edition Mega Pro, then the Lorac Pro 2 palette would definitely be in that mix for my top 5. Last but not least is the 5th, last but not least, and I chose to go with the Ambient Lighting Blush Palette from Hourglass. This is another limited edition item. However, the reason why I'm mentioning it, because the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Palette was also a limited edition, and they ended up bringing it back as part of it. I know that Hourglass, or as part of their permanent collection, I know that Hourglass is bringing out another palette that I must get my hands on. It is a larger palette that I believe includes 6 different powders that should be coming out around Christmas time. But anyway, let's talk about this one. So this is the Hourglass Blush, Ambient Blush Palette. I got this as part of the holiday collection, and these are the beautiful blush shades. You have Mood Exposure. Mood Exposure is this one here. Then you have Incandescent Electra, which is in the middle, and Luminous Flush, which is right here. Luminous Flush and Luminous Flush and Mood Exposure, I believe, are the two permanent ones, and the incandescent one is the only exclusive to this palette. Now, however, if I am wrong, I will go ahead and either put a notation or I'll put that down below. But I love this blush palette. Mood Exposure is one of my favorite blushes. I use it pretty often. It's just a perfect everyday flush of color. It goes really, really nice. And then you have Luminous Flush, which is another favorite. Look at that color. It is so pretty. It's just a perfect wearable everyday. And then you got this beautiful incandescent Electra, and this is kind of a coral shade. I do not use this one as often, but like to use it as a topper over a cream blush. It actually really brings a nice flush to my cheeks. Now, if you were to purchase each Hourglass blush separately, you would spend just a little less than what the whole palette is. I really hope Hourglass brings it back again and then makes it permanent, as they did with the Ambient Lighting Powder palette, which I have and love. But this is just a great palette if you are looking to try out Hourglass for the first time, try out their blushes for the first time, and you really do not want to spend that cost on it. This gives you options, and that's why I love it. So this would be my number 5 of my top 5 makeup palettes. Now, if I had to choose something that was not limited edition, I would probably go with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, because you guys know that I can swim in radiant light. It is just a beautiful all over finishing powder. Love. So that is my top 5 makeup palettes, or my top 5 choices of makeup palettes for this year, 2015. There are a few exceptions, like I said, to the Lorac Mega Pro and so forth. That's why this video is a little bit longer than I would like, but I wanted to share that with you. This is in combination with a few of the girls from my Facebook group, which I will leave the link down below if you want to join. It's just a bunch of people that are either collaborating or talking story about YouTube or sharing all kinds of ideas, just to kind of keep it all going. It doesn't have to be necessarily just beauty, because some of us do more than just beauty videos, like myself, which you guys know if you've been following me. And I'm gonna leave that down below. Another thing you might want to check up on is my social media links, which are posted down below, as well as Snapchat. You can get me on Snapchat at HoneygirlsWorld, the number 1. I try to post there several times a day, so it's kind of like my quick vlogs. I'm actually been considering whether or not I want to download them and then upload my videos to YouTube. So if you guys want to see like Snapchat videos from the day, then definitely go ahead and let me know. I'll try to figure out a way to upload it some sort or the other. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click down below, because I'm going to link the links to the other girls that are involved, so that you can check out their top 5 videos as well. I'm excited to see what the other girls have chosen and what make their top list as well, because we have different skin tones and skin types and just different likes in general, so this will be really cool to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me. Again, social media is down below. Come follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and Snapchat, because I'm there all the time now. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye.